Alright, welcome to another YouTube video, and here I'm going to talk about how to write off your home office the right way. Now look, I don't care if you have a dental practice or you're a medical professional and you already have an office with people and you have your own office, or if you're an attorney, have 17 locations and you have already an office, okay? Or you've got a manufacturing business, you've got a warehouse, doesn't matter. Even if you have all the real office, right, you can still write off your home office. And in this video, I will show you exactly how to do this, how to get reimbursed, what's the right way to do it. Is it even worth your time? Is it even worth your investment in terms of like, hey, does it make sense for me to write off? I've got clients that own very expensive homes. Their mortgage interest, their property taxes, their insurance costs, their utilities are through the roof. And guess what? Getting reimbursed for something like that is super cool and will save you tens of thousands of dollars. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to do that. Home office. In order for you to qualify for home office, now some of you might be thinking, Boris, it may not be such a big deduction. Actually, you will be wrong. Like, I've got a lot of clients that have very big homes and they're very expensive homes. And even if you don't have that expensive home, you can still do this, obviously. They are writing off, like, what's this client? 90,000, 80,000 in home office tax deductions. And because they have an expensive home, so mortgage interest is higher, Mariana, property taxes are higher, mortgage insurance is higher. By the way, I'm talking to you and looking at you because I heard this type of content goes more viral when we're like a conversational piece over here. All right, cool. Let's do it. Who qualifies for it? First of all, you must have an exclusive space in your home. Okay, so like, hey, Boris, can I just use my basement? Well, what's your basement is used for? Well, in that corner, I have a laundry. In this corner, I have my kids' toys. And in that corner, I have my desk. No, it has to be an exclusive use, okay? So I don't know how many of you saw me on Instagram. I posted up a video of my home office. Like I was talking about how I measured it and so forth, okay? So it has to be an exclusive use, okay? That means you exclusively use for the business. Number two, it has to be an administrative office, right? Administrative. What does that mean, administrative? So the type, exactly, Mariana. Only administrative.
But what if you're meeting with a client?
It does not qualify as your main office. So here's the thing. That's an excellent question today, Mariana. You are participating. So this is by the way, this is a great example, right? Hey, thanks so much for watching so far. Just a quick commercial interruption, literally like 5 seconds. If you're a business owner making $1 million or more in your business, I have a lot of free resources for all the business owners. But if you're making $1 million or more, go check out save100know.com. There's a free training. I show business owners just like you how to save $100,000 or more on taxes in just 30 days. I also have 7taxwriteoffs.com. These are 7 write-offs that every S Corporation business owner must know. You can get a free PDF. This is a training and this is a free PDF. By the way, the links are down below in the description. Also, if you're ready to schedule a call with my team for your tax strategy and planning, I work with clients all over the United States. I think we're at 40 states. We save them we save them hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes. If you're ready to speak to us, you can go ahead to taxplanningcall.com and schedule a call with my team. Thanks so much. Right, so let's say, for example, this is you. Okay, and you have a dental office. Okay, so let's say we've got a dentist, he's got a dental office, right? Obviously, he sees all the patients and everybody there. Then this is the same individual and now has a home office. Let's say in his home office, it's exclusive use. He also has a dental chair.
Right.
Sometimes, you know, his patient doesn't want to travel to him, so he's going to use his home and this as a dentist. What's considered the principal location of the business is this one, dental office. It's the main one. But if you are in your home office doing administrative work, that's important. If you're doing administrative work, it is now for that purposes, for IRS purpose, considered the main location, right? The primary location. So that's what makes it a big deal. Like, wait a second, so I can have a dental office? By the way, I work with a lot of dentists and medical practitioners. They always have the administrative day, right? Sometimes we want to make an appointment to the dentist office for the kids, right? Where they say, no, the doctor is not here, or the doctor is here, or whatever. Like, the doctor is not here, we're just doing billing,
right,
or paperwork, right? So dental offices, so where is all the administrative work done by the doctor? They usually don't stay in their dental office or medical office. They go to their home. They work from home. Like, I work with a lot of doctors. They have like a Friday. Yeah, let's talk on a Friday. I do a Zoom meeting with them. They're from home. Like, you know, they're sitting in their desk and they got the papers and they're doing billing or whatever that is. that qualifies as administrative. Even though you have a location, this is now administrative home office, which is now a main location. Now, how do you take a deduction? The way to take a deduction, by the way, if you guys are watching this live, we are on LinkedIn, YouTube, we are, where else are we? TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, so like the whole world, okay? So anyways, if you guys are watching, have any questions, let me know in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer them about this or about anything else in terms of a tax situation.
On Zoom through here too, because people are just seeing, for some reason, people are usually more engaged on Zoom.
On Zoom?
The same people watching, but then like, on Zoom, there's just like, I guess they feel it maybe like it's more intimate.
I think nobody else seeing them? I don't know. Okay, anyways, this is people's problem. This is not my problem. Okay, so how do you...
You just share your knowledge.
Yeah, listen, you can take this to your accountant. It's funny, we had somebody buy our S Corporation Tax Secrets book. By the way, for those of you that don't know, we have an S Corporation Tax Secrets book, newly rewritten for 2026. Tons of tax strategies. It's only $19. It's scorptaxbook.com. Somebody left a review on that book, a testimony. Why are you yawning? Are you bored already with me?
Do that?
Why are you yawning? Anyways, so what was I saying? Oh, one person left a testimony. They said they just switched their CPA, and then they read my book, and they were happy to see that what their CPA doing is correct because they read it in the book. Anyways, let's go back here. So, what can you deduct and how can you deduct it, okay? So home office, okay. So we said expenses, right? Expenses. So most of the business owners are homeowners, so we're gonna go with the situation where you own a home. So we've got mortgage interest, mortgage, we got property taxes, we got insurance, we got utilities. Okay, those are like the main expenses. Utilities, okay? How much of it you can write off? So let's say your home is 3,000 square feet, right? A nice, beautiful home. You guys seen those ads on Facebook and YouTube where it's like, oh, 30 minutes from Dallas, you can get this mansion for $1 million. Like, damn, like, have you seen those? They look like amazing, right? So let's say 3,000 square feet and your home office, let's say, you know, the space where you do your work, the exclusive area is, 15 by 10, so 150 square feet, okay? So I'm gonna write 150 square feet. So what's the percentage? 150 divided by, who has my phone? Thank you. Ah, you are innovative today. No, it's the other way. See, I can even divide. Hold on, it's 150 divided by 3,000. Oh, that's what I thought, 5%. Okay, so 5% of all of your expenses now tax deductible. Mortgage interest, property taxes, insurance, and utilities. Now, for some of you, mortgage interest could be very little, right? I don't know, like $1,000 a month. But I've got clients that pay like $20,000 mortgage interest, property taxes like $50,000, right? And then I got some of the clients, the home office reimbursement for them, cha-ching, right? Cha-ching. So we do that, but how do you reimburse it? A lot of mistakes that accountants make with a home office, well, they don't really know and they are lazy. These accountants are lazy because they tell the client one thing. So if they have an S corporation tax return, they tell their client, oh, don't worry, I put it on the S corporation return. What's the percentage use? 10%? How much was the mortgage last year? Oh, you think it was 30,000? Don't worry, I'll just put $3,000. I'll stick it in somewhere in your S corporation return. No, that's not how it works, okay? You have to reimburse yourself for that. Let the S corporation legally reimburse you. Have there be a transaction. And you can do this through what's called an accountable plan, okay? Now, accountable plan is basically a piece of document that you do not file with the IRS. It's just a compliance. I do this for all of my clients because we're a tax advisory firm. We make sure they are tax advisor, are compliant, and they save money on taxes, okay? So it's a document that basically says, hey, you as an employee of the business, but also owner of the business, you have this amount of time to tell me how much you have spent on all of these expenses, which we talked about over here. Mortgage, interest, property tax, insurance, utility, and then the business is gonna reimburse you. The business is gonna take an expense. You as a business owner will not pick it up as an income. It's not a W-2 income, it's not a distribution. Now people ask me, well, Boris, how do I classify home office expense? It is classified on my books, for all of my clients' book, as a rent expense. Done deal. It's a rent expense, okay? So rent expense. That's it, rent expense. That's how we put it in our books. So our clients on a monthly basis, excuse me, what we do for them is that we build a spreadsheet for them. It's called One Stop Planner. We basically do all of our planning in that sheet. Super cool. All of our clients love it. It's interactive. It's plug and play. You put in the information, spits out to you. So this is one of them. It says exactly how much to reimburse them. They reimburse themselves, and then if we do their bookkeeping, we put it as a rent expense. If we don't, we tell them write it up as a rent expense. Okay. So that is how you write off the home office the right way. Okay. This is very, very important. Make sure you have an accountable plan. Make sure you are reimbursing yourself through that account plan. If you don't have a tax advisor, get yourself a tax advisor, get to do this the right way, and you can literally save a lot of money on taxes by taking a home office deduction. For some of you, it may not make such a big difference, but it's still the money that's sitting in your company that you can take out, okay? So, that is as far as that goes. All right, guys, thank you all so much, and we'll see you soon. We'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.